Welcome to Point News TV. We encourage you to like, comment, and subscribe for the latest updates on the most important global events. Today, we dive into the ongoing conflict in the Middle East, where tensions continue to escalate in Gaza, Lebanon, and across the region. Here's the full report. An Israeli airstrike early Sunday targeted a mosque in the Gaza Strip, killing at least 19 people, according to Palestinian officials. This strike is part of Israel's intensified bombing campaign against Hamas in northern Gaza and Hezbollah in southern Lebanon, both of which are backed by Iran. The conflict, now in its second year, continues to widen, drawing in more regional players and threatening broader international involvement. Israel has been engaged in a year-long fight against Hamas following the militant group's deadly attack on Israel on October 7, 2023. That assault left 1,200 Israelis dead and 250 taken hostage. Since then, the war has claimed nearly 42,000 Palestinian lives, with over half of the casualties being women and children, according to the Gaza Health Ministry. The situation has grown more complex as Iran-backed militants from Syria, Iraq, and Yemen have joined the fight, launching long-range attacks on Israel. Meanwhile, Israeli forces are also battling Hezbollah on their northern front in Lebanon, where the militant group has been trading rocket fire with Israel. Israeli leaders have threatened to target Iran directly, especially after Tehran launched ballistic missiles at Israel last week, further raising fears of a regional war. In the southern Israeli city of Beersheba, a stabbing and shooting attack at a bus station on Sunday resulted in the death of a female border police officer and left 10 others injured. Israeli authorities are treating the incident as a terrorist attack, but have not released further details about the attacker. Israel has ramped up its ground operations in northern Gaza, particularly in the Jabalia refugee camp, which has been the site of repeated military operations over the past year. On Sunday, 3 Israeli soldiers were seriously injured during these operations. Despite the damage to the region, roughly 300,000 Palestinians remain in northern Gaza, even after Israel's renewed calls for civilians to evacuate. In the central Gaza town of Deir al-Balah, Israeli airstrikes hit a mosque and a school being used as shelters for displaced people. The airstrike on the mosque killed 19 men, while 4 others were killed at the school shelter. Israel claimed the strikes were aimed at militants, but provided no evidence to support the claim. Meanwhile, thousands of Palestinian families are once again fleeing their homes amidst the chaos, with many already displaced multiple times during the year-long conflict. Israel has declared the expansion of a humanitarian zone in southern Gaza, where over 1 million displaced people are seeking refuge. However, the area remains under frequent airstrikes as Israel continues to target militants they claim are hiding among civilians. Despite this, conditions in the southern camps are worsening, with severe shortages of food, water, and proper sanitation. In Lebanon, Israeli airstrikes bombarded Hezbollah positions in the southern suburbs of Beirut, known as the Dahiyeh, marking one of the heaviest assaults in recent weeks. The strikes targeted Hezbollah's military infrastructure, including a gas station and a medical supplies warehouse. Hezbollah, in turn, fired rockets into northern Israel, intensifying the cross-border violence that began after Hamas's initial attack. So far, the conflict has displaced 1.2 million people in Lebanon and claimed the lives of over 1,400 Lebanese civilians and fighters. The escalating violence has also sparked diplomatic tensions. French President Emmanuel Macron has called for a partial arms embargo on Israel, urging a ceasefire to pave the way for political solutions. However, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu rejected the proposal, calling it a disgrace. Despite their disagreement, both leaders have engaged in dialogue to address their differences. Stay tuned to Point News TV for more updates on this developing situation. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for all the latest breaking news.